Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about brachiopods. Okay, brachiopods are benthic marine animals, right? It is a infernal in nature. It is apparently infernal in nature, which is alive in the sea floor. Okay, so it is generally it is the arms are present and foot also present. So that's why we call it as brachiopods. It is abundant in Paleozoic and Mesozoic. It's a filtering. It is consists with filtering pad apparatus. It is we generally call it as lophophore, right? The foot is present. We generally call it as pedicle. So coming to the classification, three type of classification is there. It is a traditional classification. It is under two categories. One is articulate, another one is inarticulate. The articulates, the tooth and groove structures are of the valves hinge which is present. Okay, the calcareous and lophophores are supports. But inarticulates, so everything is absent, which means the no teeth or sockets, no lophophores are support. Right? I'm already told you the lophophore is nothing but it is a feeding organs. Okay. Otherwise, we call it as a feeding apparatus. Okay, the articulate it is a lower Cambrian to recent. So the inarticulate also the lower Cambrian to recent present based on the cell material. So the brachiopod cells are made up of calcites, right? Calcites, and sometimes it is made up of chitin and calcium phosphate. So based on that cell materials, we have to classify into groups. One is the cranidia and the articulate brachiopods in the calciata, which have calcite cells. So coming to the ligularia and dyscineria is combined in the ligulata, have cells made up of chitin and calcium phosphate. Okay, coming to the three-part scheme classification, cranidia in separate group of its own, the craniformia, the lingulida and the dyscineria are grouped as linguliformia, and the rhynchonellidia and the tuberculata as rhynchonelliformia. Okay, so coming to the morphology, um, the brachial valves, it's a very important. The two valves are there, pedicle valves and brachial valves. Okay, the pedicle valves, the one which is stalk of pedicle stick out called as pedicle valve. So brachial valve it is attached with the lophophore. Okay, that is brachial valve. So spines, the many spines brachiopods have spines. This helped them to stabilize the soft substrates. Brachiopods come in all shapes and sizes, so biconvex, plano-convex, concavo-convex. And we know that the brachiopods are in two valves are there, right? So these two valves, one is pedicle valves and one is brachial valve. So in the case in biconvex, the both valves are rounded in nature, which means it's a both sides are in convex in nature. In plano-convex means the brachial valve that should be flatter in nature, while the pedicle valve that should be is rounded in nature, so convex in nature, right? Concave convex means both valves are in cup shaped, and the brachial valves fit inside the pedicle valve. These are the three difference how the valves are arranged. Okay, so coming to the hinge line, the two main categories. One is a straight hinge lines, we call it as tropic. Another one is a curved hinges, is acertropic. So lifestyles of modern forearms, the lingula it's living in the intertidal and also estuarine environment and burrows into the mud in water depth less than the 40 meter. The genus has been in existence since Upper Ordovician, so it's a living fossils, right? It is exists from the Upper Ordovician. It's attached to the rock or dead cells on the seafloor. They can orient themselves with currents. The life cycles of ancient forms is a quasi-infaunal. We know that what is meant by infaunal, what is meant by epifaunal, right? Infaunal is nothing but it is a quasi-infaunal means it's apparently living in the sea sediments, right? Okay. The many Paleozoic brachiopods had closed pedicle openings. Obviously, they couldn't be attached effectively. The pedicle valves are extremely large compared than the brachial valves. This kept the beast stable in soft substrate. The spines helped the stability as well. Many Paleozoic forms were free lying. They used their pedicle for tethering. So although the pedicle walls are not robust enough for support, it is not that much of strong. So in coming to the juvenile forms, it is attachment. Most of the adult forms described above were probably attached as juveniles. Some were attached by the spines in their hinge regions to various organisms such as cranids and bryozoans. The brachiopods are entirely marine phylum with what is it? There is no species in freshwater. The most species avoid location with strong currents or waves, and typical sites include rocky overhangs and caves, steep slopes of continental shelves, and deep ocean floors. Some articulate species attached to help or in a exceptionally sheltered sites in intertidal zones. The smallest living brachiopods is Vinia is only about 1 millimeter long and lives between the gravel grains. So live in the open marine environment. That is coming to the brachiopods uses. The brachiopods are live in the open marine environment, right? So here it is used in the biostratigraphy and paleoenvironmental studies. So brachiopod distribution which can be used to reconstruct past coastline and oceans. Okay, and also sometimes the abundant number of species in particular area it is used for the biostratigraphy. The important species, these are the orchids. It's a short straight hinge lines are present, and pentamerids, it's a large and several inches of long, and spiriferids, it's a spiriferids, it's a very large in nature. It's a straight hinge lines are present. And the lingula, it is unusual, it's a most important one. It is unusual brachiopods, not only because of it has two similar sized walls. We already know that the two brachial walls and pedicle walls are there. Here the brachial and pedicle wall that should be in same size in nature. Okay, it's live-in burrows attached by a long pedicle. Okay, these are some brief introduction about brachiopods. I think this video that should be help to you. Good luck.